Hey, this is Philip doing a little camping, cooking thing eventually. Stay tuned. If it's not raining, I like to just tie one side of my tarp. If it's not supposed to rain, then in the morning I can easily just flip it up over, still have some tarp, some shade from the sun throughout the day, and in the morning I can easily flip that thing open. Just like that. That's my son's setup. His is one side's tied out, the other side is not. Don't have a mirror along, but I got this camera with viewfinder thing on this side too, so. If I wouldn't comb this thing, it would end up all over the place. So if you're wondering what I keep fooling with over here, that I keep getting water out of, I like these packs. Camelback is this one, but it's just a little water pack for your backpack, for backpacking. And I like it because it has this clip, and I can clip it on the end of my hammock in the evening while I'm sleeping. If I want something, I can reach up here, find my hose, turn it on, get my water. If I'm doing something else while we're camping, need water, same thing, just hold it down low enough. Just hold it down low enough that gravity will work for you. Give it a pinch and, you know, you get some water. Clean your hands, some water on your face, whatever you got to do. Clean your dishes, whatever. That's what I do. So the plan for breakfast is to make a very simple camp French toast, and do that soon. But first, nature's snack food. Good way to start the day. Fire lighting. I like to make a little platform for my fire to sit on. Ground's fairly dry, however. How dry is it? You never know. So it's good to have good habits, I guess. So I always make a platform, even when it seems dry. All right, for tinder we don't have. I usually use cotton balls with Vaseline on them. I like that a lot. Burns really good. Fortunately, we've used it all up and I don't have more. So we've got some grasses and leaves. Trying to do some natural tinder. There's a little bit around here. You got some for me? All right. We're gonna try that. Is that all we have? Try that, see how it goes. Be careful, you can scrape off a little of this. Get a little pile in there. Try to light that. Thing with using mosses and grasses and all that has to be very dry. Leaves are actually quite hard to use. We don't need a huge fire to cook on. You don't want a big fire. You want coals, but we didn't have anything, so we'll have to burn this down and get some coals to cook on. I had to fool around with the fire quite a bit. Natural tinders are it's not as easy as something you bring along, and yeah, be prepared. Well, nothing to really do now but wait. Gotta let the fire die down. As I said, we just want coals to cook on. We don't want big roaring flames. But yeah, it's best to be prepared. I usually have cotton with Vaseline on it, and I somehow failed to refill my little tube that I keep it in, and so I did not have that with me, so I was not prepared. Best to make sure you're prepared before you're out in the woods, because yeah, we had to fool around a little bit to get this fire going this morning. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in my office. Yep. Fire is almost ready. Alright, coals are ready. Like I say, I don't like a big roaring fire. You don't want a big roaring fire to cook on. You just want a nice bed of coals, that's all. It's more like the kind of heat that you have at home. Alright, so doing a French toast today, Campfire French Toast. Gonna put a little oil in the skillet. Of course, how do you get these things out here? Well, quite simply, freezer containers. Boy, I must be probably known for freezer containers now. These things are super cheap, and you can afford to lose them. It doesn't really, they're about the cheapest thing that I'm aware of. And if you have an assistant, that's even better. Can you get the egg ready for me?
Yep.
All right. Things like egg, as I think I've said before, eggs, we have chickens. So our eggs can store without refrigeration. If you have your own chickens, your own supply of unwashed eggs, you can just dust them off. If they don't need washed, they won't need refrigerated. If they've never been washed, they will not need refrigeration, and they can store room temperature for up to about 3 weeks. Boy, that's smoky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we get a little leaf in there. Keep the protein going. Fiber. That's fiber. You get a little leaf in there. So this is really simple campfire French toast. This is just egg. We had a little bit of powdered milk. And some egg. All right, can we get the bread over here?
Mm-hmm.
Pre-sliced bread, homemade bread, of course. Just put it in there. Get it coated with egg real good. Both sides if possible. Yeah. Throw the other one in there for me. My fry pan's not very big, so just be able to do a couple at a time. Don't want to get the camera too close to the heat, because it really is hot. This stuff is just frying away nicely. If I can. It's pretty good. It's frying away nicely. You got to keep it from sticking, so you want to make sure you have enough oil in there. And the campfire is hotter than your stove, so you got to check it more often and make sure it stays loose so you don't fry it to the pan. Oh yeah, it's frying up real nice. Getting so hot I gotta take it off the fire. It's still frying. Keep it loose and make sure you have plenty of oil. Keep it loose. I'll flip it a couple of times here. Oh yeah. Pretty much done, but I like it a little bit browned, a little bit more of a crust on it than that, so see if we can get that to toast up a little bit better. It's hot. Got my fingers on the side of the pan. Those are done, I would say. Pretty much, those are done. Hey, he's taller than me. Did you know that? No, we got a hill here. Yeah, so the French toast turned out pretty good. We're gonna plate it up here. There's yours. And I'm just gonna eat out of the frying pan. I'm not gonna do any more dishes than I gotta do, especially on a camping trip. Oh, look at that. French toast on a camping trip. Pretty easy to do. Not as fancy as, I don't know, you might make at home, but pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That pan's hot. I cannot set that down.
Mm-hmm.
case you're wondering, the camping spoon, fork on this end, a little serrated part for a knife on the side. This end's a spoon. No, it's not heat resistant. Can't leave it in the pan. And so I do use it for cooking, but I just put it in, do quick, do what I gotta do and get it out of there. It is not heat resistant. It'll melt if you leave it in there too long. I know one thing, I am glad to have my son along with me on these trips. Not only does he help me as an assistant with these videos, and I don't know, you guys do these by yourselves, I don't know how you do it. It would take me a whole lot longer than what it does. But I get to spend time with my son and my daughter and my wife when she's along, you know, whatever we do. Get to spend time with my family. They help out, and it's just wonderful. And it's great to have the help, especially when you're trying to film what it is that you're doing. So I definitely appreciate them. So some of these hammocks that we have, and they have these little bags on the side. And I have heard various people say that they don't like these little bags, and they always cut them off and go get another stuff sack because these are never big enough and they can't get them back in there, and they think that they're hanging on the side and they get caught on them and all this. Well, I don't really understand that. I actually like these bags. I'll tell you how I roll them up. Mine always fit in there. I try to look at my camp when I set it up. Which side am I going to get in and out of? And that's the side that I leave this on the side that I'm not going to be getting in and out of. That's what I usually try to do. And then whenever I roll them up, gauge how long that bag is. 6 or 8 inches, something like that. Well, I start with my ropes. At this end, try to kind of do like this, make them wind up about the length of that bag. And then I put that right in the center before I start rolling. Make sure that thing's on the outside. And I put this kind of in here. I'm gonna have to pull back out of the camera area, get it tight enough to start, but basically I start like that. I leave the one end attached to the tree so I can get it tight. And I roll like this, but then this side with this thing on, with the bag on, try to pull that out and let that stay long and flappy. And then the rest of this I try to keep in that space. So this will stay long and flappy until I get past the bag. Once I get past the bag, I tighten it up. So the bag's right there. I'm getting past it. There's plenty of slack. Now I'm past it. Now I bring that in. You see that's still flappy with the bag on it. This is now the width of the rest of it. I roll it right up to the tree. Now that I have it off the tree, it's just like that. Long part, very flappy. Now I just wrap my other rope around. And then you can do 2 ways. You can stuff it down in there like that. I usually just go over like this. Stuff it in there. Get that little deal out of there. Mine always fits. I mean, it's never perfect. Oh, sometimes it is. Just get it in there, cinch this up. It fits right in there. I like the bags attached. In my opinion, that's better. The bag's right there. I don't lose it. Stays attached. Throw it in the top of my backpack, and I'm ready to go. Well, that's pretty much it for this one. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that already. And if you like to receive notifications when we put up the next video, hit that notification bell. All right, thanks. See you on the next one.